What's up YouTube, this is Paul from Mickey Tech Tips, and today we're going to be learning about how to delay Windows updates inside Windows 10. So I guess, let's get started. So you guys are probably wondering, why do I want to delay updates on my computer? Don't I want to have instant updates so I can have a better experience? Yes and no. So for example, Microsoft does not have a testing team anymore for the most part. They laid off most of them, if not maybe even all by now, just because they wanted to save some money and they'll go in a different direction now. So you are the tester. So if there's a problem with the operating system after an update, then you'll be the one that reports it to Microsoft, or your PC does automatically. Then they might take a week or so to release an update, and it could do one or two things. The update could either screw up your PC where you have to reinstall Windows, or your PC could just act funny for about a week or so. So by delaying some updates for like major ones like the Windows 10 November update from last November, or like the Windows 10 anniversary update, which is just starting to roll out now, by delaying stuff like that, gives them time. Actually, it gives Microsoft time to have people test it and figure out if it works or not, and then they can release fixes and stuff. So then once it's patched and all that, then you'll be able to get the delayed updates. For example, it might be delayed up to 3 months, so I have mine set to do that. So that means I will not get the Windows anniversary update for 3 months, which I'm fine with. Up to 3 months, because I'm fine with that, because I want them to test out all the bugs, and plus I want them to patch some things, because I don't necessarily want Cortana on my computer, just because of data mining reasons, because Windows 10 does like to look at your privacy stuff. So the first thing you want to do is you're going to go type in updates, if I can spell updates. So go into check for updates, and then let me drag it over because it popped up my other screen, and it's going to pop up something like this. So then what you can do is you're going to click advanced options, and ignore where it says some settings are managed by organization, because that is ran by my Spybot Anti-Beacon, which I'll show you that software in a minute. But how it is, it says choose how updates are installed. Automatic, it says recommended, or you can be notified to schedule restart. Now pick this one, or else your computer might restart automatically. And then it's going to ask you, do you want to give me updates for other Microsoft products like Office and whatnot? So you want to make sure that's checked. But then make sure this little box right here called defer upgrades is checked. And what that does, it'll just, as I said, delay upgrades for up to maybe about 3 months. So then the bugs get walked out on these upgrades, because some of them are a pain in the butt sometimes when it comes to upgrades. And I've had to deal with some in Windows 8, and I guess not really much in Windows 10 at the moment, but this will save you a lot of time if your computer starts acting funky, or you have to reinstall Windows because an update messed up your system. So leave that checked. And then if you notice how it says some settings are managed by an organization, it's because I'm running that Spybot Anti-Beacon. It'll disable stuff like the insider preview and all that good stuff. Now, I'm not saying that this isn't bad, because then you can beta test stuff before it gets released, but I would not want to have an insider preview on a main system. For example, my two main PCs, my Windows tablet and my gaming / workstation desktop electric bicycle, which is what I named it, both have just regular Windows. Now my old laptop, on the other hand, now has an insider build on there, so I can play with the Linux subsystem, which still doesn't work right, but of course it's in beta. But I don't care about that computer more, because it's not one of my main computers. Only my desktop and my Windows tablet is. So I have that all set up so it's not on an insider build. In fact, if you get Spybot Anti-Beacon, which I'll have a link in the description, it'll be a program like this. If you click on it, it's going to pop up that thing, and you're going to tell it yes, the user account control, and you'll get a screen like this. Now what I do is I'll click Immunize. It'll block a bunch of crap that you may not want Microsoft to know. Then I'll go into the optional, block a bunch of crap down here. Now, one of the things is that if you block this telemetry host, you may mess up Google, even on Chrome. And the reason why I say that is because I messed up Google, and so some features on it didn't work, like Google Shopping, so I had to disable this one, but I've enabled all of these other ones like that, and it works fine. Now, one thing though, and you can do this like that too, but one thing though, make sure all these are enabled, especially this Cortana group policy, because that's the biggest one that it can send out, which will disable Cortana. Now, I don't know what's going to happen after the Windows Anniversary update, because supposedly you can't disable Cortana now, and they're getting rid of a lot of the group policy settings, which is what this is working off of. So maybe they'll change it to where it's running off of registry hacks and stuff, so which is very low level settings for your PC. So maybe they'll fix it. So that's another reason why I'm holding off on upgrades, because once they get something like that released, then I'll be happy to upgrade, because I like blocking Microsoft from getting data on my PC. So this is just a short little tutorial on how to do that. And after you enable all these, make sure you close it out and then just reboot your PC, and you should be fine. Then you can go in there and make sure all this is selected and whatnot. And I'll have a link down to in the description below for the Spybot Anti-Beacon. But yeah, remember to like, comment, subscribe. I hope you like this video. I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.